So it seems to be working fine. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl. I watched the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion last night. The first part. It's supposed to be three parts this go round. Monica sitting in the first chair, right? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about Monica sitting in the first chair? I know I didn't review the season, right? I talked about it. If you follow the diva on Twitter, let me go with this microphone again. If you follow me on Twitter, um, you will see that I have been watching it and talking about it. All right. Let's see. So let me do this. I feel like it's a little light. It's a little bright in here. So let's get into it. So what do y'all think about Monica being in the first chair? What do y'all think about Monica overall, right? Because we haven't talked about this show on this platform at all. So, and not too much. Sometimes we'll get it in one of our nothing to talk about. And yeah. And so, um, what do y'all think? What do y'all think about Monica? Y'all like that she came in? I feel like a lot of people who like her are the kind of people who really want to be on like a reality television show, and they feel like the what they say, they root for the underdog, like the underdog got in there. At the end, Angie was like, "Girl, I have everything on. I check off all the boxes, girl, to be a housewife. So don't come in here talking mess to me, okay?" She tried to say that the show was boring. I don't know. I don't. I like the storyline with the mom, right? I thought that was like a good storyline. I feel like people could actually learn from it, or take something from it, or see themselves in it, and work on themselves or whatever. I don't know. But that storyline but the way that she got on the show is weird. So I was like, the other day I said that fans don't let fans on the show. And y'all were like, well, it's kind of hard because people are fans of the show. Yes, you can get somebody who's watched the show, who's seen the show. I don't think that you should put somebody on a show that they're fans of the show. I just don't think that. I think that there are, even though the Housewives has a far reach across the globe, right? I think there are still women that are not fanned out. You know what I mean? Or you might have your kind of, your perceived notions of this person, how we think that they might be received. You know what I'm saying? But if you get on a show with the person, now you have this vendetta against this person because of all this preconceived ideas that you've had from watching the show. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? So I don't know. Monica's relatable. It seems like Andy likes her. I don't know. It seems like Andy likes her. They talked about that ring. A lot of y'all were, asking, do you think that Monica took that ring? Somebody said, I heard somebody in the comments say she might not have took it, but she could have found it and kept it. I was like, oh, that's another way to look at it, honey. They said she was relatable. And there's times in your life when you feel out of place, but you can't come into a friend group of women who are posturing as if they are wealthy, whether they're posturing or not, right? You're coming in to the space trying to get these women to behave to suit the poor man. And this is not a group of broke women. And they don't want to come off as broke if they are broke. So they have jewelry, they have labels, they have all the things. You can't come into a friend group and be like, y'all can't act like this because there's people starving. Like, girl, that's not the vibe here. We're not doing that here. You on the wrong show. So yeah, you're gonna feel out of place, and then you want Lisa and them to adjust to your brokenness. That's not their fault. You can't buy a Louis Vuitton bag. That's not their fault. You mad at them because they have what you want. You want that. Like, I love that Heather played that recording of her saying Kim K started off as an assistant, because you sound absolutely ridiculous sitting there saying that you left your 3 kids, or however many kids she has, to go work for somebody for free, for Jen Shaw. You don't come off as smart. Like, that doesn't seem smart. A lot of people are going up for Monica. And like I said, I think the people that are really going up for is almost like she infiltrated the housewives. Like, she broke the fourth wall. She's in there, like, oh, she's in there with the girls. That's how I feel like people are. Those are the people going up for Monica. And also the people going up for Monica are people who had issues with any of the women, right? She's like the troll that infiltrated the mole, honey, that infiltrated the group. She said, Lisa said she got a new ring, but the other ring had sentimental value. She said, but you kept saying it was 60,000. It was 60,000. It was 60,000. And she was like, girl, I only said it a couple of times, but who cares? Like, nobody cares that I was saying how much it was. Only you, because it reminds you that you will probably never ever wear a $60,000 ring on your finger, Monica. And that's why I mean, like, you're in the wrong group. You're getting mad because it's one. For anybody else, they'd be like, oh my God, I get why you're so upset. I'm sure she has insurance on it, but it still holds sentimental value. Anyways, I said Andy is letting Monica talk over them. Did anybody else notice that? I was like, Andy likes Monica. And I don't know if he feels like, ooh, she like infiltrated the group and he's like, he loves that. I don't know. Um, I thought it was odd the way that they were all sitting there as if Monica isn't a troll off of the street. Like, why are we sitting here like this girl isn't a troll? Why are we just talking to her like regular, asking her about her mom and shit? No, this is the old man down at the barn and Scooby-Doo Mysteries, and we didn't pull the mask off this hoe. And y'all sitting up here talking to her like regular? No. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, girl, no, we're not doing that. We found out this person was an odd, and y'all sitting up here talking to her regular, and she got the first seat. Her ass needs to be at the end of the row, and she needs to be looking over, talking like you're a guest here. You just got in, and the way you got in was crazy. And I think it's very stereotypical. What is very stereotypical, Monica? That they accuse you of stealing. Bitch, you a broke bitch among these girls that have money, and you're like spiteful. So you're like capable of doing whatever the fuck you want to do. Stealing, you're capable of that. You're capable of all the things. You showed by being a part of this like troll account that you are capable. So yeah, girl, it's not stereotypical. Is it stereo? Yeah, maybe it is stereotypical. The broke, like, blame the broke girl. Blame the girl who doesn't have what we have, right? Because you in the wrong space. You in the wrong space. Angie laughed when she said it was stereotypical. She was like, what are you over there talking about? This has nothing to do with you, you bench warming bitch. Girl, I was like, okay, girl. Like I'm saying, like, you have a person, it's almost like you have a super fan on the show, and you're allowing them to sit there and talk to these women that thought that this girl was, on the up and up, and she's not. And you're sitting there allowing her to talk to your cast like this. It's weird. The whole thing is weird to me. People are saying there's, everybody's on each side of whether production knew that she was affiliated with this troll account, and they were just like, ooh, let's. But if they're doing that, I think that's whack. Because I think if these women are coming on the show in a quote unquote friend group, it should be safe. It shouldn't be somebody like these weirdo stan accounts being able to get into the friend group and then like really try to become friends with these women, really like deceive these women. Like I don't know. I don't particularly like it. Like like she told Angie at the end that she was nothing to the show or whatever. Angie was like, I check off all the boxes. Angie does. You're mad. You're mad that these women check off all the boxes. That's why you was crying over that Louis Vuitton bag. having to buy one so that you can fit in. Like, girl, go find a group of women that you can relate to. There's the moms in what I was about to say Orange County, Salt Lake City that you can go, be friends with. But she wants to be a star. She wants to be on TV. And the way that she got on here, I don't know. I feel like it's weird that they're giving these people opportunities like that. And it's just like, how did you get this person on this show like that? Like, that's crazy to me. It was another show that brought somebody on the show, and it's like, why would you bring them on this show? It's we I don't know what they're doing. I don't It's to create conflict, but it's like, I feel like it's not that's not cool, because what if she was really like, she's already cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but what if she was like on the demented side of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and y'all don't let this woman in this group like this? She could have been poisoning them. You know what people are weird. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, I wouldn't put it past her if she found the woman's ring and never gave it back. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? She said she was close friends with Jen Shaw, and that she was friends first, and she wanted to help her with her life. And everybody was like, you spent time away from your kids to go work for someone for free, like an intern, I guess. And she was like, Heather played the recording of her referring to Kim Kardashian being someone's assistant and then blowing up to superstardom and using that person as a stepping stone. And I figure it was a learning experience. And then it says, well, isn't that the way that you kind of got onto the show? And they were like, doesn't it prove that that's the way that you got onto the show? And she was like, proves what? Girl, that this is what you wanted. All of this is what you wanted. You wanted to get on the show. But I feel like if you wanted to have a reality show, you could have shopped a reality show. I feel like this environment is not, and that's how she got in. I feel like the producers are doing a poor job in hiring. Like, I don't know what the hiring process is, but I feel like there's not enough checks and balances in place, that these people are like the Jenny Wins, the Monicas, this sweet tooth on Married to Medicine. How are these people getting into these situations and y'all not doing background checks and then understanding their motivation behind what they're doing? They want to be on TV, and you're just like, okay, I'm going to give you opportunity, but why would you give her an opportunity to be on a show that's about wealthy women? Right, because she got in through Jen Shaw, and y'all brought Jen Shaw's criminal ass onto the show, and that's how she got there. Did you reach out to the FBI about Jen Shaw? She said yes, she did. How did you become an informant? That's funny. She says, like, I felt like I did the right thing and everyone else should have done the right thing. And then everybody was looking crazy. I mean, they said that they didn't know what she was doing. So if you were on the inside track and you figured out what she was doing, I honestly don't see anything wrong with Monica, quote unquote, snitching on Jen Shaw, because you are taking advantage of people. People are being harmed by your actions. And if I sit around and watch you harm people, I'm just as wrong. I'm just as wrong. So, as you know, on the other side of Monica's weird ass behavior to get onto the show, yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with her calling the FBI on Jen Shaw. Nothing at all. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. She had an affair with her ex-brother-in-law. Now, he wasn't the biological brother of her husband. He was her husband's brother-in-law and therefore her brother-in-law. So he was not related biologically to her husband. And that's what they were like. And he was like, don't you think you should clear that up? She was like, it was still a shitty thing to do. He was like, it's a little less shitty though, because he was really not related to your husband. And the way that you say, I slept with my brother-in-law, it makes it seem like he was related to your husband. And that's shitty. Okay. So she got excommunicated, and then she did all the things to go back into the church. Um, to each their own. You did all that work to get back into something that excommunicated you. When there's the men in the church are doing way far worse than just having an affair. Like they doing worse than that. That girl. But you want to rejoin? Girl, I can't do it. They talked about the women, are Meredith and Lisa, where do you stand? Are you guys in a better place? They say they are. I felt like Lisa all season was tired of Meredith's shit. Like she was just like, girl, I'm not going to be loyal to you when you fucking around, like playing around and stuff. I can't be loyal to that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you play too much. And I don't know if we owe Meredith an apology from the thing with Angie and Monica, saying that Meredith was going around trying spreading rumors. That was all Monica's little had her, the puppet master. Telling you when to eat, when to drink. Shout out to Mimi Leeds. But I'm just saying that is all of Monica's doing. And I'm like, do we owe Meredith Marks an apology? What do y'all think? Do we owe her an apology? Heather and Whitney, where do you stand? There's stuff they're still working on. I don't know what's up with Heather and Whitney. I don't know why they can't get their stuff together. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know why they can't get their stuff together. And this thing that they have with Lisa Barlow, it started in the very first season when Lisa kind of ignored them, kind of made it seem like she didn't know them and that she was kind of better than them. And they have been trying to like get close to Lisa this whole time. And finally, Whitney is close to Lisa, right? In this way where they're like referring to each other as friends and stuff. Where the first season, if you go back and watch the first season of Salt Lake City, Heather was really upset because Lisa acted like she didn't know Heather. Right? She was a good time girl. Yeah, I kind of remember her. But then the whole time they've been kind of like trying to get close to Lisa, as if Lisa is this popular girl and they need to get close to her. So now that Whitney is like close to Lisa, it seems like Heather has a problem with it, right? And then when Lisa doesn't pay attention to Whitney, and she's paying attention to Heather, then Whitney gets upset, when she got upset when she was like, I had to put my stuff down to give my stuff to Heather, but you wanted attention from me first. And it's like they're both fighting for Lisa's attention. It's really weird. It's very strange. You see, Heather has lost, I think she's on Ozempic. I think she admitted that she was doing Ozempic, slowing down her bowels. That's crazy to me. To each their own. Whatever you need to do, honey. People will. Girl, let me shut up. Okay, let me shut up. Let me shut up. Meredith, do you try to deflect and come up with a big issue when somebody's trying to confront you? And they said you only bring up something like tragic, right? When somebody tries to confront you, you all of a sudden say somebody's sick, somebody's dying. You make this big deal about it, so it almost as though you don't have to, or it's an excuse for your behavior. She says that I don't care how it can be perceived. These people, there's things that I'm going through that I go through things, right? Basically, and she's saying I process things differently. I like to disengage when I'm overwhelmed. Like people, I think the disengaging thing. I don't know if it's. She's saying she does it as a way like a coping mechanism, right? I'm disengaging. And I think that's healthy to an extent. But if you're doing it every single time to avoid answering or being accountable for something, then I feel like if you're using it as an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you've learned that this kind of behavior, when you have this feeling, it gets you out of, things. And so you use it every single time. Her and Angie K. Angie, when she said, bitch, when she said that trampoline, you look like a trampoline with eyes, and she said that was a compliment, and Andy was like, what? She was like, I'm trying to say your face is snatched. No, you said it as an insult. Who wants to look like a trampoline with eyes? Your face is snatched. Girl, she said that was a compliment. Um, Lisa tells Whitney, I let you get away with a lot of stuff. The things that you say and the way that you behave, I let you get away with a lot of stuff to avoid confrontation. And then that's what Whitney said the same thing to her. She was like, I do the same thing with you. And she was like, so, well, let's talk about it. Well, what is it? Well, what is it? Say what it is that you don't want to say. And then she was like, well, it's just I'm trying to have a conversation with you. And she was like, girl, I mean, we're having a conversation. Lisa Barlow does have a tendency to, take over the conversation and then just keep talking and talking and talking, and then nobody is able to get a word in. She does do that. So Whitney was saying, but Whitney, y'all are trying to, I don't know, Whitney's relationship with Lisa is just, I don't know, it's a little weird. It's a little weird. It is a little weird. And she was like, she doesn't want to talk about it. She was like, and when I bring it up, you say you don't want to talk about it. When I was trying to console you, you said you didn't want to talk about it. She was like, I didn't want to be touched and all this other stuff. Angie, why were you so quick to forgive Monica when Monica was repeating the rumor over and over again? Baby, when I was watching that episode, I was like, why does she keep saying there's a rumor that he fucks men? He goes around and fucks other men. He fucks other men. She kept saying it over and over again. And I was like, why did she, this is before I knew she was the troll. But I was like, why does she keep putting an emphasis on it and saying it? There's other words that you could have used that says he's cheating on her with other men. But she kept saying he's going around fucking other men. He fucks other men. I was like, girl. And that's what I'm talking about. You have an issue with these women. You have an issue with these women, and you're taking it out, and you're like, and you want to be a part of this friend group. So you're not really a part of this friend group. It's like you infiltrated the friend group to poison everybody. That's what it's giving. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I didn't start the rumor. I repeated it. And the way that you were repeating it was almost like, why are you saying it like this? She kept saying, because he fucks other men. He fucks other men. She said, I felt sorry for her and what she was going through, but I realized she never was a friend. How do you feel about Lisa calling you weak and calling you a liar? She was like, well, she knows I'm neither one of those. Lisa said she didn't know that they had made up, right? Because what Lisa was saying basically was, bitch, you mad at her, I'm mad at her too. You felt she done you wrong, I feel she done you wrong too, and what she was saying. So I'm on your side with this, but y'all made up. So girl, forget it. Like that's how, and it's funny because that's how the people who review, how we review shows down here. If you're not going to be mad at them, what are we getting mad for? Why are we raising our pressure for your relationship and seeing how you're being mistreated in this relationship, and you just go back to the relationship? So girl, we're not going to be as, we're gonna be as mad as you are. So you're not mad no more? What the fuck I gotta be mad for? But I'm going up for you, and you were rightfully mad at her, and I don't even understand why you're forgiving her so quickly. Like, girl, I understood where Lisa was coming from with that. What y'all think about that? Did y'all understand where Lisa was coming from with her and Angie and Monica, and how you forgive her so fast, girl? Like, girl, that I don't understand it. I'm still mad at the hoe for you. I'm mad for you. Um, She says there's no self-reflecting moment. Do you guys think Lisa lacks self-awareness? Lisa says she does. Lisa basically, I think Lisa kind of tries to warn these women, but I've never seen Lisa just go. I mean, we saw her when she threw her mic off. I didn't watch the season before. I didn't watch the season where with Jen Shaw and all the other women. I didn't watch that. Jen Shaw literally sucked the life out of that show. She was too much. Her antics were too much. She was so abusive. It was just like, go watch my reviews and how I kept saying how Jen Shaw was abusive. Like, that woman is abusive. Like, ugh, yuck. Lisa says that she needs to defend herself in conflict, but she doesn't want to go low because we're supposed to be friends, right? So I need to create a distance, and when I do that, y'all have a problem with that, but I need to do that, otherwise we're not gonna be friends anymore. So let me create the distance, Give me that space, because if I feel you done me wrong, I'm trying to create distance so that we can remain friends. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I'm going to cut your ass out so bad that we're not going to be able to recover from it. And we're real friends. And then they get into the rumors and the nastiness of the husbands. There's the way that Andy kept the way that Andy kept saying it, because Meredith was like, "Do you want to know about the husbands?" Another one, y'all always. It's so funny how they say on these shows, "Leave the husbands out of it, leave the kids out of it, leave the mothers out of it." But this is a show about your life, not just how you relate to each other. So if somebody, typically, if they don't give a shit about you, the more they know about you, they're gonna go into the things that they know that hurt you the most. And what is that? I'm gonna say something about your mom. I'm gonna say something about your husband. I'm gonna say something about your kids. All that, the kids are off limits. How is the family off limits? So I'm only supposed to go after you and only you? No, I'm coming after your husband too, your mamas and your cousins too, right? All the people. So I never understand when they say the husbands are off limits, the kids are off. No, they're not. You are. That's an extension of you. And if I'm coming after you, I'm coming after everything. So that's how I feel about it. Justin and his ring, he didn't fit his ring anymore. They're much better. 14 years. Justin is incredible. Was Lisa aware of it? Since you and Whitney are so close, were you aware that Justin and Whitney were having problems? She was like, no, I just saw a glimpse of maybe they were having issues, but she never came to me and talked about it. So no, I didn't know that they were having any problems. And she says being monogamous takes a lot of work because it's not natural. You say it's natural for you, but as a collective species, monogamy is an agreement that you're making. And so just because you say I'm making an agreement doesn't mean that it comes natural. Because if it came natural, then more people would be successful in doing it. But it does take a lot of work. Monica, how does it feel to be officially divorced? You're getting child support. And she was like, it doesn't matter. Girl, yeah, I'm glad I'm getting something out of it, girl. I think did they say that the child support payment was $666? I think that's what they said. They said, why did you get rid of your business? She said, because after COVID, it had no value anymore. But people are still ordering from her. How do you feel about, the Sean rumors and the Sean allegations? And did you see how Sean did it? You see, he was like, it's not about me sleeping with men because gay, straight, or whatever. It's the fact that they're suggesting that I was cheating on you. I told y'all, Sean did it. I told you that's how you do it. That's how TD Jake should have did it. It's not the fact that y'all said I was sleeping with me, because ain't nothing wrong with sleeping with men. What's wrong is cheating on my wife. That's how you have to twist it and bop it and pull it in order to get around it, right? The rumors about the husbands. And so Meredith was playing on words. She said that she didn't say anything about their marriage. I can say that there's a rumor about your husband without it being about your marriage. Girl, we know what you was trying to say. You were trying to imply that you knew something that could affect their marriage about Sean, right? Okay. It's just semantics. Um, were you trying to bring? Were you trying to drop those clues so that people can bring them up and you don't have to? I feel like Meredith does do that. She did it with Whitney. They said she did it with Whitney. She says things to you, and that's what I thought she was doing with Monica. I thought she was doing that with Monica, but baby, Heather was sitting at that table. Heather was like this. Heather had figured it out. Something was fishy. And Heather was sitting at that table when they were in Bermuda. She was like, she was looking at everything. She was like, I said, come on. Heather is on the case. We got the receipts, the timelines. She was on the case, girl. And let's see what happened. It's not right to do that to people who are family oriented. Right. It's not about saying that he's gay because we're used to that. He's a hairdresser in Salt Lake City, girl. We're used to people saying he's gay. It's the fact that y'all starting rumors that he's cheating on me. That's the problem. I don't know if Sean is gay, bisexual, whatever the hell. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But they kept saying Monica kept saying he's fucking other men. He's fucking other men. Let me move the mouse, honey. Meredith and Angie, that was a compliment. Yeah, when she said, girl, when she said her that she was a trampoline with eyes, that was a compliment. Women, what's not okay to bring up? Oh yeah, it's not okay to bring up when the husband and the wife are in a good place. It's not appropriate to bring up when they were in a bad place because it might start some shit again, basically. Angie's family. Monica said it was boring. She was boring, and Monica said that Angie wasn't. Angie basically told her. Angie was like, "Girl, I check off all the boxes," because she kept saying Angie was like irrelevant or whatever. Angie was trying to get her stuff in. I mean, she had that party, the Easter party. She had her things. I felt like Angie got in where she fit in. I don't feel like she was just sitting around. She's not like a Crystal over there on Beverly Hills. Crystal's just sitting like a bump on a log. Seemed like she's waiting for somebody to put their hand up her butt so she can start talking. It's like, girl, talk. What's going on? You don't have to be in drama, but still talk, have an opinion about something, have a stance on something, contribute to the conversation, have an opinion about something, voice your opinion about it instead of sitting there looking like analyzing everybody. Like she said, she'd be analyzing everybody. Because with her eating disorder, she'd be so focused on looking at everybody's bodies that she'd be zoned out of the conversation. That's what she said. That's what Krista said. Anyways, it's not about Beverly Hills. I guess we got to watch Beverly Hills today and talk about Beverly Hills tomorrow. Anyways, y'all, that was it for the part one of Salt Lake City. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the episode and what you thought about Monica. What do you think about Monica? Do you like Monica? Do you want her off the show? Do you think she should stay on the show as this, she came? And I don't know who would actually film with her because I wouldn't trust her. And I don't, and if they do open themselves up to her, I would think that something is wrong with the whole crew, the whole squad. Something ain't right. Something ain't clicking. Anyways, y'all take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.